for me, even after 23 years of, call it real estate investing, I still at times suffer from imposter syndrome of like, do I really know enough? Or, in my mind, there is always someone, there are lots of someones who know more than I do. Right. So I'm always trying to learn from them, which is, you touched on that before, of not just acquiring knowledge for the sake of knowledge, but then applying it. And it was my first 19 years of doing real estate. Everything that I did was just for myself. It was, I didn't have any partners. Well, I take that back. I had partnered up with the mentor that I referenced at the top, my first mentor at my first job, professional job. He and I had purchased some houses together, but beyond that, hadn't really partnered up with anybody that I didn't know, certainly. But then I was introduced to the idea of being the idea of a real estate syndication, which I knew about that in theory, but I really had no idea how it worked in practice and in real life. So I decided that I really would like to pursue the option of real estate syndication. A lot of your audience probably knows, but for those who don't, it's essentially, there's a team called the general partners that do all of the work. They go out and find a property. They hire a property manager. They secure funding from a bank or a lender for it. But then they also work with investors to help come up with a portion of the capital that's needed to purchase the property. You get a bank loan for a part of the property or a part of the cost, and then you raise money from investors for the other. So when I realized that I would like to pursue being on the general partnership side of that, that's when I really knew that I needed to kind of take my mentorship and my partnership up to another level. So honestly, what I did is I joined a group that kind of brought me together with hundreds, if not thousands, of like-minded people from coast to coast. And that was one of the best decisions that I've ever made, because it just introduced me to so many people, so many amazing people that were very knowledgeable, very willing to share their knowledge with others. And it has opened up doors for me in the last three plus years that, on my own, I could have never opened them up myself, or it would have taken, 23 years instead of 3 years to open them, or to even figure out where the door is. So I would say that is one thing I've definitely learned, is the power and the value in mentorship and in partnership, teaming up with people that complement you, that have strengths where you have weaknesses, and together you're a lot stronger than either one of you were as individuals, and that can be a partnership of two or a partnership of, 4 or 5, whatever works for the individual. But that's probably the biggest lesson that I've learned here these last few years.